So you know how there's a Jedi Council in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Which one of the student council members do you think is our Yoda?
I guess we'll find out this episode.
To the P.F. podcast, welcome. Get it? Because it's Yoda.
I get it. It's Yoda.
And here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Is P.F. with Katie and Lyla. I'm Lyla.
And I'm Katie. Today we're doing a bit of a deep dive on the student councils.
Yes, we are. We are going to be interviewing some people like the leaders of student council. So the head teacher, Mrs. Cogswell, and then the president, Sam Canlas, and the vice president, Kieran Henshall.
Yeah, so we're going to get those great interviews, and then we're going to get some quick thoughts from some people in the student body just about, you know, what people who aren't really entrenched in student council think of student council and what they do.
Yeah.
So
Let's get into it.
So we are here with the leader of student council, Mrs. Cogswell.
Oh, wow. Hello, everybody.
It goes on for a really long time.
Yeah.
It's like a laugh track, too.
Do we?
I don't think we do.
No.
I say something that's not really funny, then there's going to be a bunch of people laughing.
Don't we have a little ba-doom-choo?
That's why
We
I
do.
wanted Troy to be here, because Troy was like, yeah, I'm going to sit. And I was like, our first live studio audience, like, you can laugh at all our jokes. And then Mr. Cole was like, Troy, come with me. So now I'll have to laugh. But yeah, we're here with Mrs. Cogswell.
Yeah, we're super happy to have you on here, Mrs. Cogswell. This whole episode is about the student council. So to connect with that, our first question for you today is, what does student council do?
Yeah. So student council is involved in so many things in the school. We are made up of, this year there's about, I think, 17, maybe 18 members. So it's actually quite a number of students from every grade 9 to 12. And we're responsible for, I guess, the fun in the school. So we run every month a homeroom challenge where every homeroom faces off against each other. And then at the end of the semester, the homeroom that won the most challenges gets to go to Canada's Wonderland in June. So that's kind of the biggest thing that we're in charge of. So that every month is a lot of planning. We also pick the theme days or the spirit wear days for each month. And then we plan and organize and decorate for the semi-formal that happens usually end of November or early December. And then we're involved in like a whole bunch of other really random miscellaneous things. We do grade 9 fun day. We do Terry Fox. But we do just a whole bunch of things that are like, they add to the school community and they help just really build PF spirit.
So it seems that you guys do like a lot for the school community. Like, it's really good to hear that we have such a well-organized council to organize all these events for us.
So going off that, what is sort of the makeup? Like, how many people are in council? What are the roles?
Yeah. So like I said, there is about 16 students on council. We have a president and a vice president. They are voted upon internally. So around May every year, we do a vote on, like with the current members of council, on who they would like to lead next year's council. And this year we actually included the staff in that vote as well. And so the end result of it this year, Samantha Canlas is our president, and Kieran Henshall is our vice president. The other roles on council are appointed, and so applications open up, like I said, in May. So there is the executive assistant, which is somebody who takes all of our notes and keeps track of all sorts of things that we're doing. We have communication leads. They do the announcements. They write emails to go out to the students about what's happening. We have activity coordinators, which help come up with all of the homeroom challenge ideas and the spirit wear ideas. And then the media team is responsible for running the PF Council Instagram. They do all the posters around the school. And we have a videographer who does like a lot of the video montages for us as well. And then lastly, we have grade reps. So we have a couple of students from each grade who sit on council who kind of are supposed to be the voice of that grade. So those people fill out an application in May, and then they're interviewed, and then they get put on council based on the results of their application and their interview.
And I heard that you have grade 9s this year, which is new.
Yeah, so we've been wanting to have them for a couple of years. It's just September is crazy.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's December and I'm like, oh, we didn't get the grade 9s. So we made it a point this year to get those grade 9s. So we had some open meetings for a few meetings in September. And then there was 4 of them who actually were showing up consistently and really wanted to be on council. And so then we voted on council, and then they had an interview just like those that applied in May did. And we ended up with Gracie Handy and Claire Cotter are our 2 grade 9 reps for this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that you're including all the grades this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's what I remember my dad always saying. That was one of the biggest problems with extracurriculars, is that grade 9s usually have the most like energy to do them, but grade 9s usually get cut the most from all of them.
Yeah,
so then the next
sure.
year they're like, well, I'm busy now.
Yeah.
So how long have you been running the council at P.F.?
Yeah, so I taught for a number of years at St. Joe's and Barrie, and then I transferred to P.F. 4 years ago. This is my 4th year at P.F.
Wow.
So as soon as I got here, actually before I got here, fun fact, I got a text message in August before I even arrived at the school from a couple of teachers who were doing council, and they said, hey, heard you do council. Do you want to do council here? I was like, I mean, yes, I love doing council. So I really did want to do council here. But like when you've never even stepped foot into the building, I kind of the way I had envisioned it was that I would arrive at PF and then I would spend some time sort of just observing and figure out what do I want to do and, where am I needed? But clearly council was calling my name before I even got here. So, this is my 4th year here. I have been doing council though for a very long time in the teaching career.
And out of all that time that you've been doing council, or do you have like a favorite memory or like a memory that stands out? It doesn't have to be at PF, but
yeah, no. It's hard to answer that question. I don't know that I do have like one moment that stands out, because there are so many like little moments on council. It's actually like kind of what I love about council is that there's so many different things that we are in charge of. And so like, just for example, we were planning a homeroom challenge last year, and we were trying to think of, it was the Send Me Your Champion homeroom challenge. And we were trying to think of some new Send Me Your Champion things. And one of the things I had suggested, I was like, why don't we have a challenge for who can jump on one leg the longest? And Zach Emmons, who wasn't on council last year, happened to be in the library and just heard us. And he was like, oh, that's easy. People can jump on their foot for a really long time. Like, that's easy. So then we were like, okay, try it. Let's see how long you can jump on one foot for, Zach. So he came over into the meeting and very, very quickly realized that it's actually really difficult to hop on one foot for a long amount of time. Like, I don't even know how long he lasted, but it was really funny watching him try to prove that he could hop for a really long time. It's moments like that. Like, honestly, there's so much that goes on every day, every week with council that like there's not this one overarching thing that stands out. But I love watching in homeroom challenges students running around the school and just having the best time. Like, that's the thing that makes me do council every single year. I love seeing students have fun, like when they are being kids, because oftentimes like people look at teenagers and they're like, oh, they're this or they're that. And they're usually negative stereotypes, right? But I love seeing teenagers have fun and be kids and laugh and work together and challenge each other and compete against, it really brings me a lot of joy. So, I mean, there's not a memory per se that stands out, but it is certainly just watching kids run around and have fun that I really love.
That's so nice to hear, Ms. Cogswell. We're really glad that you really enjoy leading the student council, and thank you so much for coming on with us today. And now we have, from the Student Council, President Sam Canlas and Vice President Kieran Henshall.
The first question is, why did you decide to join Student Council?
Well, I just like to really be involved and being in a leadership position, just not only for myself, like developing my skills as a person, but also helping people around the school and like developing ideas around the school, hearing people out. Because I know like it's hard to feel seen when there's so much people in a school in a setting like this. But I just want to like have people be seen and heard, have their opinions be appreciated and stuff, and make PF like fun,
That's
so
awesome.
moving. Yeah, that's really good. That's
You're such
awesome.
a kind person.
And Kieran, what do you think?
I decided to join Student Council to be more involved with the school community. I've always enjoyed doing that ever since elementary school. And so in grade 9, when I tried out for Student Council, I was not successful, but I didn't let that stop me. I tried to be like involved in the school community as much as I could be to then further my skills to be hopefully then accepted on council. And I was successful in my grade 11 year.
That's awesome. Yeah. So this is your first year as president of the Student Council. So how does being in the council this year compared to like previous years when you were in a different position?
Oh my gosh, there's a lot more pressure now. It's so much different from when I was doing like grade rep stuff. That was a more chill position. Like you were just like on standby, ready to help out, kind of like a lackey. No offense to grade 9s, you're great.
That's fine.
But and then communication lead, I was like up front talking to a bunch of people on the announcements, not face to face, but just, informing people. That's so much more different than the presidential role where you have to make all the meeting notes and the itinerary, and just like, it's so much more different sitting at the head of the table, just like leading everything. You want to hear everybody out. There's so many voices now. And this is the biggest council we've ever had.
Wow.
So yeah, but we just want to have everybody heard on the council table. So yeah, I like it. I like being president. It's good. And with the help of my VP, it's great too.
This is only my second year on student council, but last year I was one of 2 grade 11 reps. And last year was a lot of just kind of waiting for things to happen. Whereas this year, Sam and I take charge in everything that is run by council. So we are like constantly working with Miss Cogswell to like develop things for the school to be doing with like homeroom challenges and spirit days and stuff like that. So it's much more of a hands-on role rather than waiting for things to happen around the school.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool. Okay. If there was a zombie apocalypse,
Oh my gosh.
who on the student council is most likely to survive that or survive for the longest?
Oh my gosh. That is actually a great question. Not gonna lie, I feel like Jeb.
That's a good answer.
Cut that. That's going straight to bro's head.
No, I'm feeding the ego, dang it.
Feeding the ego.
Do you have any backup for that, or is it just like vibes?
Because generally he's like when he wants to be, he's a rational person, and
That's true.
When things get tough, he definitely brings that comedic relief. But yeah, he knows how, like, I know he's a middle child too. I'm a middle child, but we figure things out because normally things are like placed on us. Jeb, he's on top of it,
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Well, it's good to know that you have someone you can go to when things get tough. Even if it's unfortunately Jeb.
But that was more of the comedy aspect. Oh, just kidding.
So, which council member would you least want to be stuck in an elevator with, and why is it Troy?
Honestly, I'd probably have to say Jeb.
That, and
So we're
that
bringing
was
up
my
the
answer.
ego. We're bringing up Jeb's ego and then tearing it down immediately.
Yes, we want Jeb to know we don't like him that much.
I've known Jeb for so long, and I love him dearly, But oh boy, if I was stuck in an elevator with him, I would not be too happy.
Like, could you imagine? He's pushing all the buttons.
Yeah, he's trying to push the buttons, being like, guys, it's not working. And it's like, well, the alarm's going off, so it's not going to work.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what if we, pried the doors open?
What if we start jumping and it falls?
What? He's going to start shaking the elevator.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, is anyone afraid of the elevator falling? I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam and Kieran, for coming on the show and answering all these questions. It was a pleasure having you guys. And now we are going to hear from 3 grade 11s about what they think about the student council. Have you ever tried out for student council?
Hi, my name's Danica Sokleski. I've never considered joining student council, but I always admired the work and effort put into it, the program. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing that student council does?
My name is Callie, and my favorite thing that student council has done is the semi-formals. They're very well done, and they're a fun event for the school community.
What do you think about student council?
Hi, I'm Reese Orvis, and I think student council is awesome because Jackson Thomas is in it.
So it sounds like we figured out who the Yoda of student council is.
We did?
It's obviously Jeb.
Those were some great interviews for our Council Confidential episode today. I really enjoyed having everyone on the show. In a couple of weeks, we'll be doing another live episode for Halloween. We'll be interviewing some students about their costumes, candy, preferences, everything.
Yeah, so if you want to get interviewed on Halloween, just let one of us know. And anyone can get interviewed as long as you're wearing a costume. You must be wearing a costume, but just let us know. And yeah, maybe you'll be on the next episode of the most famous podcast ever.
This is P.F.
with Katie and Lyla.
Thank you for listening to this episode of This is P.F. with Lyla and Katie. We'll see you next month.